Dear student, in the previous lecture we learned conservation of angular momentum. Angular momentum is conserved if the external torque acting on rotating body is zero. It means that this angular momentum is formula L is equal to I omega. So I omega is constant. And the examples for that related to day-to-day life is this acrobat, divers, skaters, they are using these principles. Now we consider one of the example of conservation of angular momentum, ballet dancer. So ballet dancer uses this principle of conservation of angular momentum during dancing. How they use? Now let I explain here with the uh, simple diagram. When we consider this is a ballet dancer, okay, and the hands are outstretched, that time this distance, so this distance is greater. So the momentum, angular momentum I is given by formula summation of MIRI square. So I write for single particle MR square or summation of MIRI square. If R is larger, then the moment of inertia is larger. When the dancer hands or leg is outstretched, that time this distance is greater. Moment of inertia is greater. Means when the hands or a leg is outstretched, moment of inertia of body is larger. And you know that this formula L is equal to I omega. And this I omega is constant. Conservation of angular momentum tells that I omega is constant. So I is equal to constant divided by omega. Means I and omega, they are inversely related. Okay, they are inversely related. Means when hand is outstretched, R is larger, so moment of inertia is larger. Moment of inertia larger means omega of the body is smaller, means body rotate with lesser speed. But when the hands are folded, when hands are folded like this, okay, hands are folded, that time moment of inertia decreases. As this moment of inertia decreases, omega increases, means angular speed of body increases. Now let me see this in a diagram, in a video. You can see here, this initially the ballet dancer, see here, you can see here initial part. Initially the leg is outstretched, hands are outstretched, moment of inertia I is more. I is more means omega is less. You can see here, as I resume it again, the angular rotation means angular speed of this body is lesser. Angular speed is lesser. But now you can see angular speed is lesser. But as the ballet dancer fold her hand, leg, then speed increases. You can see the increased speed. Why the speed increased? Because that time moment of inertia decreased. So this is the conservation of angular momentum. This is the conservation of angular momentum. I repeat it again. When leg outstretched, hand outstretched, I is more, so omega is less. But as dancer fold her leg and hand, I decreases, so omega increases. So the I omega is constant. You can see this again. And this dancer uses this principle very effectively during dancing. अगर कोई student, those who are interested in dancing, you remember, so this uh, angular momentum, conservation of angular momentum is very important in the dancing. I hope with this example you understood the conservation of angular momentum. One more example we can consider here after the ballet dancer. The second example we consider, this is diving in swimming pool. Diving in swimming pool. You can see here. So this is a swimmer at this height. When he dive in a swimming pool, he uses the principle of conservation of angular momentum. How he uses the principle? Now let me observe the moment. You can see here. See the video very carefully. Now body is stretched, moment of inertia is larger, omega is small. Now again body is stretched, that time speed of body decreases. Now you can check this video again. You can check this video again. When the swimmer dive, then he fold hand and legs closer to the body, because that time moment of inertia decreases and angular speed of body increases. But at the end, again he stretches his body. That time the angular speed of the body decreases because moment of inertia increases. With these two examples, I hope you understood the basic principle of conservation of angular momentum. Now, student, in next article, we have to learn kinetic energy of rolling body. In the previous article, we learned kinetic energy of rotating body. But here we have to learn kinetic energy of rolling body. Okay? Now we consider one body whose mass is m, radius is r, rolling on inclined plane, whose inclination is theta at height and height is h. You can see in a diagram. Okay, this is the diagram. So this body is coming down. When this body is coming down, you remember one thing here. This body is moving in a straight line. So this body having translational kinetic energy. Translational kinetic energy means straight line kinetic energy. As well as this body rotating also. It rotates. Okay? Means this body having a rotational kinetic energy also. Straight line kinetic energy means translational kinetic energy, and this is rotating also, so rotational kinetic energy. So this body having two kinetic energies. The first one is translational and second one is rotational. So kinetic energy of rolling body is addition of these two kinetic energies. So rolling body has both rotational and translational kinetic energy. So we have written this equation. E is equal to ET plus ER. ET means translational kinetic energy, ER means rotational kinetic energy. Now we substitute translational kinetic energy and rotational kinetic energy. We get the next equation. So this is translational and this is rotational kinetic energy. Now in that formula, we know that V is equal to R omega. V is equal to R omega. By using that, we can write omega is equal to, so V is equal to R omega. So by using that, we write omega is equal to V by R. Okay? So this is the first form. And we know I is equal to mk square. I is equal to mk square. This formula also we already learned. Now we substitute these two formulas in above equation. Okay? This formula as well as this formula we substitute instead of I and instead of omega. So we get the next step. E is equal to this half mv square as it is plus 1 by 2. Instead of I, we are written mk square, and instead of omega square, we written v by r, a combined bracket square. Now, After that, we can take mv square common. So here half is common, m is common, v square is common. So here also half m and v square. So we have taken half mv square common. So here total term is coming outside, so only one plus. So this half is gone outside, m is also outside, v square outside. So we get k square by r square in a bracket. So we get this expression, and this expression represent kinetic energy of rolling body. In that expression, m is the mass, v is the linear velocity, k is radius of gyration, r is radius of the body. I hope you understood expression for rolling kinetic energy. Okay? This is expression for rolling kinetic energy. Now we have to start. Next article. And next article is rolling motion of body without slipping on an inclined plane. Again, same rolling motion we have to learn. Again, consider a same body, same diagram here. Body start from rest. Means here, initial velocity of the body is 0 and rolls down. It loses its gravitational potential energy. Now pay attention here, the body having a potential energy because height is h. Okay? So when body start coming down and come to this point, lower point, height is 0, so potential energy is 0. But at this point, body having a kinetic energy. Okay? So we can write this potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. So for this motion of the body, we can write loss of the potential energy is equal to gain in kinetic energy, rolling kinetic energy. Yeah? So potential energy converted into kinetic energy. So we can write loss in potential energy is equal to gain in kinetic energy. This is very important statement. So potential energy formula is mgh and gain in kinetic energy. But which kinetic energy? It's a rolling motion. So rolling kinetic energy that we learned in the previous article. So we substitute here potential energy is mgh and kinetic energy, rolling kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square in a bracket 1 plus k square by r square. Now here we can cancel this m get cancelled. Okay? So we can write the formula of v square by using this. So this 2 is shifted to this side, so 2gh divided by this bracket 1 plus k square by r square is equal to v square. By using that, we can write formula of v. So v is equal to under root 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square. This is expression for rolling speed, rolling velocity on inclined plane. I hope you understood the rolling speed. So this body rolling speed, huh? V rolling. After this, now I consider let a, small a, be the linear acceleration. It is linear acceleration when the body is rolling down. Now, body initially at rest means initial speed is 0. So by kinematical equation, we can write v square is equal to u square plus 2s. Now in that we substitute u is 0. Okay? We get v square is equal to 0 plus 2as. Now a is equal to by using that A is equal to V square by 2S. Now V square, in previous article we obtained V. V is under root 2 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square. That we have to substitute. So we substitute V square, we substitute V, and square of that root get cancelled. So but V square is this 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square. After substitution of this, we get A is equal to this is V square, and this 2s as it is 2s. But from figure sin theta is h by s. Now this is the diagram. Okay. This is the angle theta. This is s and this is h. Sin theta is opposite side h divided by hypotenuse s. So by using that, s is equal to h divided by sin theta, and this we have to substitute in this equation. So we get, so instead of this s we substitute this, we get this formula. Now we have to simplify it and we have to write for A. Now we simplify. You can see here this 2 get cancelled, then h get cancelled, this sin theta is shifted up, and only g is remaining. G into this sin theta, g sin theta, and this divided by this. So you can see here the formula of A. And this is a rolling linear acceleration. This is expression for rolling acceleration. This is very important. I hope you understood how we get the rolling acceleration formula.